Hello everyone, welcome back to another update. I just want to let you know there was a first version I made, like before I did this recording, but sadly I just ran out of storage and the camera just stopped recording, so now I gotta redo this whole thing all over again. But yeah, we're doing another update. I hope you guys came and checked out my newest video when I unboxed my new copy of Finding Nemo on Blu-ray. And to those who went and saw my recent video on the Platinum Edition, thank you all so much. I'm just moving the camera a bit to get better viewing. But yeah, we're doing another update today, everyone. So we might as well get started. So we're going to go backwards in terms of what we're going to show. I'm going to be showing one Blu-ray I recently got, literally just now. Then we're going to be showing the DVDs I got and the VHSs. So let's get started with the one Blu-ray I just got. Blue Frame Roger Rabbit, the 25th Anniversary Edition. This came out in 2013. The movie came out in 1988, and of course it's still beloved to this day. In fact, you can still get it on Blu-ray today. If you remember, Disney released the film on 4K for the first time not that long ago, and I heard a lot of great stuff in terms of the picture quality. Apparently it was taken directly from a recently discovered 35mm print, fully restored and upscaled to 4K. So I'm still happy to own the Blu-ray either way. So of course, Roger Rabbit is one of my favorite movies of all time, full of great heart, humor, mystery, and just overall, like, the animation especially is wonderful. May Richard Williams rest in peace. But yeah, there seems to be a pretty good set. I had already seen a couple of the bonuses on here. The Roger Rabbit shorts I've seen separately. Behind the Ears, a documentary based off the film. I seen it on YouTube. It's a wonderful scene. Let me see. The deleted scene of the pig head sequence. I recommend you probably look at that from Nostalgia Critic's review on Roger Rabbit. So yeah, it seems to be a good set. Before I did the first recording, it was sealed, but you're not really missing out on much, so, because it didn't have any sort of inserts. As it is a touchstone film, there is no artwork on the discs, which is a big shame. And I dare say they look worse compared to the Disney Blu-rays, because they literally just smacked up a large Blu-ray or DVD logo on the top, which looks so lame. Either way, it's the contents in mind that kind of makes it worth it. But yeah, I probably recommend you guys get the 2-disc set from the early 2000s. I heard that one was pretty good. Anyway, let's go on to the DVDs. The first one here was one I never thought I'd find. Here we got the DVD of Peter Pan from the limited issue run from 1999. So, Disney initially started with DVDs around 1997, 1998, but they didn't do much of their animation library until the late 90s, where they put out a limited issue run, where for 60 days only, you can get one of, I believe, 9 of their animated films on DVD for the first time. And this was one of them, Peter Pan. As you may tell from the spine, they took a lot of cues from the Masterpiece Edition, like this whole border here on the spine. In fact, the artwork used here is taken directly from its Masterpiece Edition from the year prior, 1998, for its, let's see, 40th anniversary? Or 50th? Let me see, 1953, 45th actually, I believe it's 45th. As it is an early DVD, there's literally nothing on this disc besides a French language track, and one of the bonus features is full color character artwork on the disc. Yeah, you can count that as a bonus feature. It's not a feature, it's just color on your disc. But yeah, you can definitely tell it's an early DVD from the artwork. And like I said, there's like nothing on here but the movie and a French language track. But like I said, this was the late 90s. DVD was really new back in the day. VHS was still a thing, and Laserdisc was on the verge of dying, so. But yeah, Peter Pan. The next one, the original DVD of Fantasia 2000, released in 2000. If you remember, I owned the 2-movie collection where it contained this and its first film, Fantasia. But for a while now, I told myself I need to get the original DVD of Fantasia, or at least separately, and here I am. Now, I believe I said this too. The original Fantasia 60th Anniversary Edition, which I also own, And there was a bonus disc that was also added. Those all were together to become the anthology set, which is nice. And it has a decent amount of bonus features too, which is nice. Here's the disc, full color artwork and everything. Even came with a little booklet that came with the VHS release. Maybe with the light a little bit to get better lighting. Here we got the little chapter index. And like it says on the bottom, look for the 60th anniversary edition of Fantasia, now on Disney DVD. So I'm gonna see if I can replace the case with a black one. Like I said, I did this to my VHS of Fantasia 2000. It looks really good in a black case. It's a shame that they didn't do it with the original release, because, you know, the original VHS of Fantasia came in a black case and it looked beautiful. I don't know. Anyway, here's the Black Cauldron as part of the Walt Disney Gold Classic Collection. This was the first time the movie was ever available on DVD. And of course, there was the VHS counterpart of this version. It initially came out on VHS in 1998, if you believe it or not, because thanks to the internet, Disney thought it would be a good idea to release it on VHS for the first time. And yeah, I believe it gotten 140 million in revenue. I'm probably wrong, but I know it did bring in a decent payday for Disney. As you can see, it has a few bonus features on here. This ain't your probably the best bet to buy the Black Cauldron. It's the 2010 DVD, and of course now the Blu-ray from the Disney Movie Club is your definite bet that you should own. This is definitely early DVD. This was back when Disney was trying to get their hands into the DVD space with this line. But thankfully, the Platinum Edition came out not long after. So I'm still happy owning this, though, either way. Here we got the insert. Doesn't really have much. But still, it's nice to have. The next one, and the last of the Disney ones I own, Treasure Planet. Of course, we all know Treasure Planet was Disney's biggest box office disaster, one of their very biggest. This, Mars Needs Moms, John Carter, of course, a film that cost $140 to make, but only grossed $110 million. Lost the company $74 million right there, or at least over 70. But the DVD did very well, thankfully. Mine's in great shape, though. Sadly, the spine is sun-paled, but it's alright. It seems to be a pretty decent release, too. It even has a visual commentary, which is nice. I always like visual commentaries. But like I said, the DVD, I believe, did very well, from what I heard. So, and if you remember what I said about the VHS, this was the last Disney VHS tape of their main animation line to have a full-screen version. This and the Disney Movie Club VHS of Chicken Little, because with Brother Bear and Home on the Range, they would put out the films in their original aspect ratio, or at least closest to it. Brother Bear came in the friendly aspect ratio for its VHS. But yeah, here's the insert. Yeah, it's a really good movie. It definitely, I will admit, the world is really, I mean, the characters can be a little bit off, but considering how long this movie took just to get greenlit, it's really special. Alright, as for the other films I've gotten, here we got MASH, the 5-star collection. This was released in, I believe, 2001? Yeah, 2001, from Fox. I guess you could say this is also a Disney film now, but I don't care. I'm still going to put Fox as its own separate entity. It's going to be like that DreamWorks Universal, DreamWorks 20th Century Fox thing. DreamWorks, like, Fox distributed its own films. How do I say this? Fox makes the movies, Disney distributes them. It's like saying DreamWorks makes the movies, and Fox distributes them. Sadly, it is a little beat up, but thankfully the discs play perfectly fine. Anyway, here we got disc 1. And disc 2. They gave me this nice thicker case that 2-disc sets used to be in, so that's nice. Here we got Full Metal Jacket, directed by the legendary Stanley Kubrick, as part of the Stanley Kubrick collection. Of course, I own the VHS, and now I own its DVD counterpart. It initially came out in 2000, though mine is a later reprint from 2007. But either way, the disc is still the same. And I highly recommend you watch Full Metal Jacket. It's a wonderful movie. Here we got The Prince of Egypt. This is a later print from 2006, but I don't care. I pretty much have all of DreamWorks' library from 1998 to 2008. A whole 10 years of movies right there. But even though this is a later print with a gray disc, the contents inside is still from its original DVD. And lastly, another film I wanted to get, Coraline, the debut film from Laika, from the director of Nightmare Before Christmas, Henry Selick. Now, it took me quite a while to get this on DVD. For one, for all the DVDs I've seen, they always came in like a dual-sided disc, like a two-sided disc. One with the film normally, and the one in 3D, the old school 3D, red and blue. But I never wanted those. I never liked dual-sided discs. So it took me quite a while to find it, but now I finally got a single disc version. Yeah, here's the disc. I believe all of the releases from Laika are from Universal on home video. I'm probably wrong. Actually, I believe Missing Link was released by Fox on home video back when that came out. Alright, the last one we're going to show is the VHSs. Let's deal with the 3 clamshells I got. ScoobyDoo and the Witch's Ghost. I believe it's the second. Was it the second film released? Let me check the release. No, I believe this is the third of the direct-to-home video films that ScoobyDoo had. There was this, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. That was the first one. I forgot the second one, though. Although I believe this is the third one. As you see on the top, this apparently came with a Scooby-Doo keychain. That would have been nice. Mine also has a sticker label, as you may see. Mine's printed September 11th, 1999. Oh, see, here we go. Right on the bottom. Scooby and Witch's Ghost with plush. So this must have came with a plush keychain? I guess putting both words together? I'm not sure. And the other 2 here, are, the clamshells, are from Disney. Well, this one's from Touchdown, but sort of. The Nightmare Before Christmas, the special edition. I own the DVD counterpart, and now I own the VHS counterpart. Now I own 3 copies of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Wow. This was released back in the year 2000, like I said. This is back when it was still under Touchdown. Of course, it was up until 2006, when they put it back as part of Disney, once they re-released the film in Disney Digital 3D. And it contains a good amount of what was on the DVD. It doesn't have any of the galleries, but you know, it's on VHS. It, of course, makes sense. Here's the tape itself. Printed September 17th, 2000. It also came with this little insert here. Ad for James and the Giant Peach, the special edition. I own the original VHS from 1996. And an ad for the Black Cauldron and the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad as part of the Gold Classic collection. And the last of the clamshells is one I had before, but now I own a new copy of. Disney's Home on the Range. I probably told the story before, but I owned it way back in like June 2020 or June 2019. But sadly, halfway through the film, it was in horrible shape. But hopefully this one I have here is in much better condition. Of course, you know, this was the one film that pretty much told Disney to stop making 2D movies. This movie bombed once again. So, even then, like, the movie's not even that good. But again, I got it for the collection purposes, so. As it is a later Disney release on video, it has the black rails, and of course it has a dark sticker label. Printed August 17th, 2004. My mistake. And the last collection are slipcovers. Most of them from Paramount. Let's deal with the one from Disney. The small one, as part of the Walt Disney Mini Classics. This was directed by Don Bluth back when he worked at the studio. One of his last projects he worked with Disney before he left the company in 14 other animators. Of course, making Don Bluth productions. Will later make The Secret of NIMH, An American Tail, Land for Time. This originally was on VHS around like late 80s, 1986, I believe. But then, like late 80s, early 90s, they released it on VHS again as part of the mini classics. What was interesting is the printing. That, and it also came with a dark, like a vertical silkscreen label. But the print date is September 25th, 1996. This is a much later pressing, so really fascinated with that one. And the last few I have from Paramount. Might as well start with the big one here. The Godfather. Straight from the man himself, Francis Ford Coppola. Released back in 1972, I believe. And of course, it is a 2-tape set, as you pretty much expect from The Godfather on home video. Pretty much all 3 films are on 2 discs, like 2-tape sets. Makes sense, as it was a near 3-hour movie. I mean, I guess they could put it in a whole tape, but I guess to make it look nicer, I don't know. But yeah, the movie's a classic. It is a little beat up in terms of the packaging, but from the look of the tapes, they seem to look fine. My print is from 1989, or yeah, 1989. But yeah, here's tape 1 and tape 2. As you can see, most of the tapes on the first cassette. And here is the end labels for both movies. And the print dates are, let me see, the 49th week of 1990 and the 56th week of 1990. The next one I have, Star Trek, the motion picture, the special longer version with 12 minutes of new footage. My version here is a later print, which I will show in a moment. As I already own Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, I might as well get this one as well. Yeah, as you may see, this version I have here is from 1989. Here's the tape itself. Here's the end label. Funny that the end label has the 75th anniversary logo, as you may see. And yet the actual label has the regular Gulf Western Paramount logo. The print date on mine is the 29th week of 1989. And the last one I have is another Star Trek film. Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. And I'm probably going to stop right here. Because I heard after the third one, the movie started not being quite as good. This version is also from 1989. If I can remove it. I swear, some of these slipcovers are just a pain to get the tapes out. Oh well. Here's the label. The Awaken year code on this one is the 20th week of 1990. And that's it for today's video. Of course, hope you guys enjoyed them, and that's pretty much it really, but like I said, hope you guys stay safe out there. Like, comment, and subscribe, and of course, check out my other pieces of social media. Until then, hope you guys stay safe, and please get out of this heat. It's too damn hot. Trust me on that.